All right, in practice, you are going to get the occasional person that comes in, the occasional prospect that seems to only want information from you, not really there to take action. So let's determine how do we make that decision. So number one, we want to prevent it from ever happening, right? So we want to make certain at our talk when people are signing up, whether it's the talk or if your pre-education is online and they call in, it's got to be really clear that they're coming in because they have a true interest to move forward. And so that communication as a practitioner, if you're doing the education, make it clear. When people are signing up, make certain that your front desk understands that. And so the message is clear that they have concerns, et cetera, et cetera. Now, even with that, you will get some of these people to come in. And what I'm going to ask you to do is you need to find out immediately if it seems to you, hey, what's going on here? You've got to make that clear. Now, there's also the situation where some of you believe, well, they didn't close, therefore they were just looking for information. That's not necessarily true. That just may mean you messed up the report. The majority of people that have prepaid to come in for that initial visit, the majority of them are truly interested in resolving their concerns. The report of findings, you can mess it up. You can mess it up if you don't do your job, if you don't communicate effectively, or if you just talk too much. And that's one of the worst things we can do is spill our guts, okay? So when they come in and you've got their paperwork, always take a look at the back page where it talks about the scale of 1 to 10. What's your level of concern here? Are you coachable? Those things there, if they're putting low numbers, you've got to find out why did you put the number. Don't just express, hey, you don't look like you don't seem to be very interested here. You put a 6 on your concern. Oh, I thought that 6 was a really high number, or they put a 2. Oh, I thought a 1 was the highest number. So find out, here's what you put. Let me ask you why. Are you ready to make changes right now? Are you coachable? I've had a woman once, she put like 2 in the coachable, and I said, well, do you feel like you're not coachable? Because part of this program is me helping you as a doctor, as a mentor. Oh, well, no, I'm a coach, so I don't need a coach. She was like a lifestyle coach or something, so she thought that if I am a coach, then I shouldn't need one. That means that I wouldn't be a good coach, and it was totally absurd. So I helped her understand that. So let's look at that first, and then anything else that you think might be that concern. One of the things that you can see in someone, or you can determine if they're there just kicking tires, is the person that comes in and they sit down and they pull out their scratch paper and they're ready to go. That's the person that you need to be really concerned with, because the reason they have the paper is they want to walk away with as much as they can. So I immediately say, hey, for this visit, let's do this. I found it best just to listen. I'm going to cover a lot of information, and you're not going to need those right now. If we decide it's a fit, we come together and this is the right approach, I accept you as a client, then you'll get all the information you need. So for today, let's just go set that down. And I do that. If I see that and I know that's why they're there, I'm going to make that decision immediately, and I'm also going to find out what they're there for. If I determine that someone's like, well, really today, I just really wanted to come and get information, that visit's going to end really quick because they've abused my time. They have low integrity. I make myself clear at my talks what the purpose of the consult's for. My staff understands that. And so they're abusing my time. And they're the kind of people that are going to go to doctor to the doctor. They're going to go on the internet. They're going to do everything they can to save a couple of bucks to try to do it themselves. Get them out of your office, okay? And I would simply be polite. I would say, well, this time has really been set aside for people that really, really need our help, and we don't have a lot of those spots. And if you just came in here for information, then you've neglected to appreciate and respect what we've made clear as these spots are for. So I'm going to have to end the visit right now. I'll go ahead and have them return your $87, and I get them out. It's disrespectful, and you have to run your practice the right way. The other person that you need to be careful with is a person that comes in and is just all over that, oh my God, you walk on water. I can't, we've been looking for you forever, blah, blah, blah. And you're thinking, oh, this is going to be an easy sell. You've been there, right? You know what I'm talking about. And at the end of it, yeah, this is really great. We're going to have to think about this, doctor, but you're it. And you guys have been there and you're like, what is this about? So be careful with them too. The typical person that really is there, they need your help, they filled their paperwork out, they're open to talking with you, they're expressing themselves, they're generally concerned, and so that's going to help you decipher that. If someone, again, at the end of the office visit, well, let me think about it, and you're making the opinion, well, they just came here for the information. No, that they didn't necessarily come in for the information. You didn't do your job. So let's take those steps, make certain at the talk or wherever we pre-educate, we make them very clear what the visit's for. It's those of you that are at a point that you are ready to take action, that you're tired of looking, and if we can help you, you'll be ready to move. Number two, at the calls, your teams can handle some of those issues. And then the paperwork, we look at the paperwork, we look how they filled it out and look at their am I at 9 or a 10? If it starts dropping to a 6, we need to pause for a second and go over that information. And then do they got a pad of paper? Are they going to be a note taker? Are they all excited? All of those things are going to help determine this. The majority of people, though, are not going to just be there to get information, or they wouldn't have prepaid for the visit. Now, if you're not having them prepay for a visit, you may get more people like that, and you know that that's not what we teach. I don't suggest it. I think it's going to hurt you in the long run. In fact, I know it will. So take these tips and decipher them, get rid of them. If you need help on how to address that at the talks, your directors are there for you. I'm there for you.